Greetings and salutations, Geekophiles, and welcome to my review of the Nintendo Switch presentation. Straight off the bat, I'm going to say I'm not impressed at all. I know there's a lot of buzz about this, but I'm just kind of disappointed with it really. I thought it would be better than what it is. But we'll crack straight in and break it down. I'll give you my thoughts as we go along. So, it's been announced at $299.99 in America, which is being reported over here now as £279.99 pound in England. Bit more expensive than what I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be more close to the 200 mark, but it's not a bad price for a new console. It's just a bit more expensive than what I was expecting. One of the big news from it is it's region free, which I think that's a great move. I know a lot of Nintendo games aren't released, a lot like the JRPGs and stuff are heavily sought after and not released over in the West, so to make it region free is a very smart move. I think it's great for importers. One bit I did like from the presentation was they pointed out how it was a legacy console, which I thought was quite cool. I never really thought of it in that way, but yeah, they kind of went through the Switch DNA is made up of every Nintendo console. I went through this little list here that the NES at launch came with 2 controllers, like the Switch does. Technically, it's 1 controller but can be used as 2, we'll get to later. The Game Boy introduced portable gaming to the world. The Switch does that. The SNES introduced X, Y and L and R buttons on the Nintendo Switch. The 64 brought the first analog controller and had Rumble Pack. Again, just proving how much Nintendo innovates everything. This one was a bit of a push, but they put the GameCube had a handle so you could carry it around, so even back then it shows they were trying to move home consoles into portable, but yeah, I thought that was a bit of a push to include that. The DS introduced touchscreen to gaming. Again, big innovative move from Nintendo. The Wii brought motion control, which is in the Switch, and the Wii U brought a gamepad that you could play games from the TV on. All that bundled together kind of makes the Switch. It's quite interesting to see that kind of legacy has all come together to create what we have, well, what we're gonna have in March. To me, a good point is 2-player on 1 screen. It was quite interesting seeing like Mario Kart, and you get the Joy-Cons as they're called, and just take 1 each and use them like Wii controllers. That was quite cool to see. And one of the Joy-Cons, I think was the right one, can read amiibos. I thought that was quite cool. Then there's other stuff like Nintendo. That's why I got to this point. Nintendo were always being the forefront of innovation. Like that list I've just read out there just proves that they're always ahead of the game. They always bring something new. I don't think they have with this one. I've seen a lot of copying in it, to be fair. There's the share button. There's this square button that takes screenshots and later on will take video. It's the share button from a PS4 pod. It's Nintendo copying, and I don't like that. I want Nintendo to be new and innovative. The right Joy-Con has infrared, which was really cool when he showed it. It can judge distance and it can see the difference between rock, paper and scissors. That was really cool, it showed that. Be interesting to see how that's going to be used, although we worried that'd be a bit gimmicky. Talk about gimmicky, the HD rumble sound. I went on this whole thing, and it feels like when you shake it, it feels like there's ice cubes in a glass, and you can feel how many ice cubes are in there and how much you can feel water getting poured in. It's like that HD rumble. That sounded really amazing. That level of sensitivity sounds fantastic, but again, gimmicky. I can't see it. I don't know what it's going to be used for, but I hope to be proved wrong on all this. Then moving on to games, they announced the 1-2 Switch. I'm really impressed with that. It was like they made this whole point of you don't look at the screen. You look your opponent in the eye. Have a Joy-Con each. You look your opponent in the eye and like anticipate each other's moves and stuff. And I was sort of thinking this could be an Android app. You know, I'm pretty sure you can connect an app. You can connect each other's phones via Bluetooth and do exactly what this is doing. I'm pretty sure we'll see that in the coming months. By March we'll have 1-2 Switch type apps without a doubt. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a thing. And then if you get on an Android phone, that completely negates this game, really. You know, yeah, it's got a HD rumble, but you could have the vibrate function go off on the phone when you get shot or something. It just, I don't know the technicality, but I might be wrong, but just looking at that, I think that could easily be an app, and that probably will be soon. ARMS, this was interesting. The fighting game, kind of boxing fighting game, looked really, really good fun. Looked like it really easy to pick up and play, it looked intuitive with the controls, but then it looked like it was kind of, it reminded me of Rocket League in a way, whereas Rocket League's really, anyone can pick up and play it, but then you get these, you know, then once you get into it, you get the different technical moves, you know, you get the double jump and the spin and whatnot, and you realise that there's a very skillful game hiding on this pick up and play game. I think that's going to be the same with ARMS. I think there's going to be, anyone can pick up and play it, your grand can pick up and play it, but then you're going to get those people that have got advanced fighting techniques and figure out different, like, dodges and punches and stuff, so I think that's going to be really good. I think that's going to be one of the biggest hits on the console. Splatoon 2 it's got dual weapons now, dual wielding now, and it didn't really look that much different. It would have given, we were going to get Splatoon 2, we knew that. Didn't look much different to Splatoon 1. And it's a summer launch. The console comes out in March, this isn't coming out till summer. Which is a big thing. I've got an issue with this. Going through it, right, to not really any games that were announced won't coming out at launch, apart from one, I think. But yeah, not really much to say about Splatoon. It's a summer launch, which I thought that could have been. I thought that was going to be a launch title, to be fair. Mario Odyssey. Now this is special. It looked amazing. It looked fantastic. It looked sweet. Again, we expect from a Mario game, and Nintendo, innovative. This time it's throwing his cap. And then seeing Mario in the real world was unsettling. It was weird, but fun at the same time. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm looking forward to that one. But again, that's a Christmas launch. So, you know, we've got about 9 months after the Switch is out for that to come out. I think it should be, I thought that'd be out at least summer, if not before. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was shown. A little bit, really, just a little trailer, didn't really see much of it. Looked okay, didn't really see much of a graphical improvement on the Wii U. And I don't really know enough about Xenoblade to comment on it, really, I'm afraid, I'll be honest with that. Then, this is where it all went downhill. I look forward to the Sony event every year. The Sony announcement or the Sony PlayStation event is always good to see. They went on to the third party portion of the event, and it just felt a bit, it just collapsed. It was so amateurish and pathetic. Wasn't even introducing people. They kept overplaying the pun, like, let's switch to the next person, and it was like, yeah, that's funny, that's cool. And it was every time they used it, it was like, come on, this pun's getting old now. But I suppose it's part of the marketing. But it wasn't even, let's switch to Bethesda, let's switch to Sega. It was, let's switch to this person. Let's switch to this individual. It was like, you could at least fucking introduce them. You know, you didn't even care who you were announcing. The big thing for Nintendo, I think, of this, what they announced is 50 third-party developers working on 80 games at the moment. Now, Nintendo, the Wii U have no third-party development at all, more or less. So to announce that is pretty impressive. I think that's already put it in high steam over the Wii U already. And Nintendo aren't really known for third-party developers on the system, so having 50 of them that's a big thing for Nintendo to change. But we'll get into the games, which, what a joke, really. Dragon Quest 10 and 11 were announced, along with Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. But Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 sound like it was bundled together. Because the exact word and the game, Dragon Quest 1 and 2, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. So it sounded like they were bundled together. But they're in production for a Japanese release, which, again, probably, you know, a lot of people like that. Like, I love the Dragon Quest series, but it doesn't really get much thing over here in the West. So having the Switch as region free makes it brilliant, as long as there's, you know, hopefully it'll include localization languages in there in the Japanese release. But yeah, the fact it's Japanese release only isn't really an issue because the Switch is region free, so you can get it imported now. But again, no release date, just, yeah, it's there, it's coming, don't worry about it. And this seems to be the thing that throughout all the third-party announcements. The new Shin Megami Tensei trailer was there, but didn't say when it's coming out, just showed you a little like 20-second trailer, that was it. Sega was the biggest joke for me. Sega said fuck all. It was pointless them being there. It's like, we're Sega, we're looking forward to making games. Me personally, I'm looking forward to making games, thank you. It was like, he didn't even say what you were working on, didn't say anything, but it wasn't the worst one, he just said fuck all and might as well not been there. Skyrim, the little Bethesda video where it announced Skyrim, again didn't say anything about how the controls are going to be integrated, how they're going to use the new feature of the Switch, didn't say a release date, just said, yeah, we're making Skyrim. That was it, it was pretty pointless really. The one in that video that we didn't already know. My favourite one was Grasshopper. Suda51 from Grasshopper was, he should never ever do a presentation again. It was shocking. He mentioned Travis Touchdown is back, but the game doesn't have a title yet. And then kind of went on to say what was happening, but more or less said we don't actually have a game, we're going to make one with this guy. Cheers. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing there? Why are you even at this presentation? If that's that, we're going to make a game with this character, we don't have a title, we don't actually have a game yet. That gets you into the presentation on the stage, that is ridiculous. It was stupid. Again, running theme, EA got up there, announced FIFA. That was it. Pretty much, like, FIFA's coming, we're excited to be working with Nintendo, look forward to working with Switch. FIFA's going to come. It's custom made for the Switch, which kind of hinted at new control system maybe, like they had for the Wii, which was pretty cool. Coming later this year. That was it, just custom made later this year. I'm assuming custom made means it's going to have some kind of new control system like the Wii did, or is custom made just mean you can play 8 players linking up on the Wii, on the Switch. The wrist straps look cool. I like the little wrist straps that came out because it has like a little rail on it that attaches to the Joy-Con. The only reason I really like that is because it gives a more pronounced L and R button, because the L and R buttons on it look really tiny, so I think you need that rail to actually use the L and R buttons on the pad. They announced that the bundle is going to come with the Joy-Con controller, the Joy-Con grip, the Switch and the dock and the power pack. The Pro controller that they've shown is going to be sold separately, which is to be expected really. And they announced 2 bundles, the grey controller, which we've seen in all the videos so far, and then this neon mix, so like the right controller was a neon red and the left one was neon blue. Looked a bit weird on an all black system, didn't quite look like it fit for me. But that kind of hints, for me personally, that kind of hints that, look, comes different colours, so, you know, further down the line we're going to do a Zelda one and a Mario one and a Mario Kart one. They're going to get different different designed ones like they do with the DS. Bring out different limited edition DS every other week more or less now. So I think they're going to do the same with the Joy-Cons, which, you know, it's pretty cool. It's quite cool as that, I think, you know. Zelda Breath of the Wild was announced right at the end in this horrible, corny, tacky way. They went over to the President of America and he's talked about it, and he introduced Miyamoto, and that's when Zelda's coming out, who brought the developer for Zelda out in this really campy, like forced, horrible way. And then they threw it back to the stage to, when's it coming out? And he went, oh, you've left me in a difficult situation, I'll answer that soon. And then just ignored it. It was like, it was so shitty done, it was so amateurish. It was difficult to watch at times, really fucking painful to watch. But yeah, well, pretty much overview of it is that 280 quid, comes out 3rd of March. You put the Switch, the actual console is the little tablet type screen thing. Sits in the dock, you play it on your TV. When you want to go, you take it out, slide the Joy-Cons on it and go with it. They kind of announced a public subscription, a monthly subscription for online, but it's not going to launch until fall, and pricey to be confirmed. There's been reports elsewhere that with that monthly subscription you get a choice of one Nintendo, one NES or one SNES game. But I'm not sure, that hasn't really been confirmed yet. But there's no price for that, no actual rollout date, just it's coming in fall 2017. Which you'd think something like online play would come with the console. But yeah, here's your console, you can play online eventually. Just wait till like October or something, it'll be fine. And the battery, depending on the game, your battery life expected while handheld is expected to be at 2.5 to 6 hours battery life, which is fair enough, I suppose. You know. But the thing that got me, I'm really not excited about it. It seems to be the big innovation is that you can now take your home console with you. You can take your home console and play those games out and about. And I'm thinking, I've been doing that for years. It's what I use my Vita for. You know, I use remote play on my Vita more than games, to be fair, mainly. And, you know, I do a lot of travelling. I'm on a coach, I'm on a train. Pretty much have free Wi-Fi on them all now. Hook up to the free Wi-Fi, turn my PS4 on at home and remote play. You know, the big thing, I can play Skyrim on Move. So can I. I've been doing that for fucking ages. I've been doing that for years. You know, I don't see the big deal. Or if I argue that, oh yeah, but you need Wi-Fi to do that, you don't with a Switch. Well, yeah, but I've got cross-save as well. There's stuff like Binding of Isaac and Rogue Legacy. I play it on my Vita, I come home, it automatically updates to cloud, and I switch my PS4 on and play the save game exactly where I left off when I was on bus. So I don't see this big innovation that you can take the home console anywhere with you. It's not a big selling point for me. I've been doing that for years with my Vita. You know, I have PS TV at my girlfriend's house, so when I'm over there, I just take my pad with me, plug my pad into my PS TV and switch my PlayStation 4 on at her house. You know, she lives in a completely different town, she's 50 miles away. Switch my PS4 and play it on her TV, even though it's sat on my TV at home. Because I don't see, you know, the remote play of PS4 is more or less the same as, it's more or less the same as a Switch, except you need a Wi-Fi connection or an internet connection. That's the only difference I can see, but I mean, there was no mention of the hard drive space on this for storing games, so I'm sure every game is going to be on the cartridges that they've made, so you can take it out and about with, I suppose, which is a bit different than what I do remotely, but not really. There's nothing in this that warrants me wanting to pre-order it. I'm sat there thinking, I can do it on my Vita, You know, there's the motion controls, which you see the motion controls we use mainly for 1-2 switch, which as I've said, could quite easily be an Android app. So yeah, really unimpressed. But quite disappointed. I normally look forward to Nintendo releases. I've owned every Nintendo console apart from the Wii U. I still own most of them. I love my GameCube, my 64, my SNES, my Wii. When the Wii U came out, I didn't think it was a big enough upgrade to warrant buying it. It was a Wii with a tablet controller, so I never got it. But yeah, I think I'm going to skip on this one as well. Maybe when I play it, maybe when I see, maybe Christmas, Mario, Zelda. I love Zelda, I'm always up for a Zelda game, but I'm not willing to pay £280 plus, £300 plus, just to play Zelda. It needs more than that for me, and at the moment there's only Zelda and Mario. And Mario's not out till Christmas, so yeah, I won't be buying this, I don't think. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Am I being too harsh on the Switch here by putting it? Well, yeah, you can take it portable, but I do that. My PS4's portable through my Vita. Am I being too harsh? Is it the same thing? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, tell people about us, and until next time, take care, Geekophiles.